Good evening, my Churrascan mutants. Here we go for our Halloween 2025 review. Let me get out of frame in the background of Splatterhouse 3. Released in 1993 on your unsuspecting Sega and Mega Drive, respectively, is the follow-up to Splatterhouse 2. I see that everyone talks about Splatterhouse 2, but not enough about Splatterhouse 3. I think some people have problems with some of the mechanics. But I figured it'd be a good time in this spooky season to visit an often overlooked sequel to the fantastic trilogy that is the original Splatterhouse games. Not to say that the PS3 and Xbox 360 Splatterhouses are any slouches, because those are fantastic games. This takes place, I think, 5 years after Splatterhouse 2. The protagonist, Rick, dons the iconic terror mask again to defend his wife and child, Jennifer and David, from an oncoming evil scourge. Let's start up with this presentation, this opening. It's very nice. It could give you a seizure for Halloween, so avert your eyes if you are challenged in those type of ailments and maladies. But nonetheless, here we go into Splatterhouse 3. This opening is right rather long, so I'm just going to go ahead. Splatterhouse Part 3. Let's go into options real quick, and as you know, for our reviews, we're going to change this to easy. Yep. With the A button, you power up, you turn Rick into a monster form after you collect some orbs. Think of like Altered Beast. You attack with B and you jump with the C button. So we can, and you can hear my my app over there, or my Alexa home, just chattering away. It might be haunted because it is Halloween. Let's exit. And she's still talking. Jeez. Here we go, ladies and gents, Churrascans. Let's start this up. Stage 1, mansion first floor. This is kind of an ugly graphic here. I'm not a fan of that intro to that mansion. But here's Rick. We have a punch, and we punch these monstrous creations and abominations out of our way as we go through apparently this mansion that he bought in Connecticut that's actually rather large. Rick must be loaded with lots of money. Jennifer cowers in hiding and escapes from the monsters. We gotta save Jennifer, that's our wife now. So continuing on with graphics, this looks rather nice for a 1993 game. I think it looks really good. The monsters look very gory and kind of gross. Kind of like these disgusting things that have their heads and arms cut off, it seems. Or heads and hands. I like the background of this dilapidated mansion. It looks rather nice. We picked up one of those orbs I was talking about there. Rick animates quite well. He moves a little tanky. That goes hand in hand with these controls. He has a flying foot leap attack. That's actually pretty good. And as you can see, when I press start, when there are no monsters, it opens up this map for you. We had to have for the X before the timer elapses on the top left there, because that has something to do with this game's multiple endings. I believe there are 4. Save wife and child, save neither, save only mother, or save only son. So it goes like that. It could be a very, very dark and very bleak game, honestly. But that's what kind of makes it fun. Anyways, let's continue on. As Rick kershuffles around. Now, as far as the rest of the controls go, if you kind of just like run into the monsters, you will perform a grab attack. And you can throw them in whatever direction you kind of flick the directional button as you kind of throw them. And you can throw enemies into other enemies. We can also pick up weapons, which we will here. We'll pick up this giant cinder block. Here we go. Ah! And there are these ghost heads that, yeah, they just come in and kind of steal power-ups and weapons. Just because they're annoying. Alright, we are fully powered up, so we can unleash Beast Rick when we need him, which will probably save him for the first boss. But yeah, anyways, a little bit of trivia about this game that not many people know. Especially right now, I feel like it's spooky season. It's interesting to know. This is one of Sega's first, at least on the Genesis, first games to gather an MA13 rating from the ESRB, or I think even before the ESRB existed. I remember when I was a kid, the Super Nintendo Mortal Kombat 2 had a little added dialogue box on the box that read, "Not for children under, I think 17 it was." And there it was as a young man, not even 10 years old, playing it. So, but yeah, that's kind of an interesting little tidbit of info. As we proceed, let's see if we can save Jennifer in time. As I recall, if you take, the longer you take and the more time elapses, you'll get more messages about how Jennifer's not doing so hot. And you can kind of tell if she's going to die or not based on the messages that you get. We're going to, as we go through the kitchen here. Alright, so we have to keep getting up. But yeah, the monster designs are quite grotesque. I really like how they kind of bleed this green goo. And this is a health pickup, which we desperately need. Now the thing is, I wonder if in an like in the original, maybe was there an arcade port? Is this a Genesis port or Mega Drive port of an arcade original? I'm not sure how that works. I'm probably wrong about all that. But I like the green stuff. But I wonder if originally it was supposed to be red. Or maybe I overlooked the options and there was an option to change it to red. Because when the monsters kind of die, they expire, they just start bleeding. They have that creature damage on them, the green goo. I wonder if it's supposed to be red. Well, if you guys know, comment below. As we continue our Splatterhouse 3 quick playthrough of Stage 1. Now, as far as, is this game enjoyable? If you guys like beat-em-ups with a horror element, I say this is a good way to go. I really, really enjoy how Rick's attacks connect with meaty feedback and percussion against his enemies. I really, really enjoy that. It really tells me that I'm doing some damage. Along with that, the monster damage of the creatures show really tells me that these guys are really feeling every brunt of all of Rick's attacks. So I think that's really, really neat. But anyways, oh, here we go. Jennifer smells of rot. Of the grave. That's not good. And Jennifer screams or something. The first boss. Here we go. That creepy centipede guy leads us to this hideous, giant, naked baby thing. That's really, really gross. Like a giant, naked man baby. And he's disgusting. Anyways, guys. We will continue fighting here. And as you can see, we transform into Monster Rick. I believe that the prior two games didn't have anything like this. Oh, that was creepy. That was unnerving. The other two games didn't have this feature, and I think some people, because of this kind of, I don't know if they enjoy this. Fans of the Splatterhouse series enjoy that or not. It might be a point of contention. I'm not 100% sure. But, I'm not doing so hot right now. And also, I think that Rick's movement in this particular game is a little bit more sluggish than in others, which also led to some frustrations. But I think it's a fun game. I believe the actual game is rather expensive, because I know Part 2 is very expensive. But yeah, that's Splatterhouse 3 for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant/review on Splatterhouse 3. Jennifer! Rick, let's see, did we save her? Is she alive? Huh? What's this? It's a boar worm. The evil one puts them in the bodies of its victims. They devour them from the inside and turn them into mindless monsters. You have to destroy the giant boar worm to stop it. That leads kind of into Stage 2. Rick, filled with rage, ascends to the second floor. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of Splatterhouse 3 for the Sega Genesis. And I hope you have a fantastic spooky season. Until then, guys, my Churaskians, this is Churrasco Voltor, signing out.